This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. And also, if you want to advertise on the channel, hit me up at jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Anyways, Diddy trial, okay, it continues today. Let's see if any inner city press was let back in, because something happened yesterday where he had to leave. I think he went to the Weinstein trial, to be honest with you. Diddy trial, June 11th. Combs' lawyer has Jane reading her texts. All right, so get to this. This is 47 seconds ago. Day 21. Okay, so let's start right here. 4 hours ago. They're still in session. I probably should have waited a little bit, but it's okay. Anything before the jury comes in, the defense wants to respond to the government on their juror issue. This is a thin attempt to exclude a black juror. We looked at the record and found lack of candor. That's what the government said. Judge, we'll deal with that before the weekend. Are the jurors ready? They say no. Well, we'll take 10 minutes. Waiting for the jurors. Combs is reading something, talking to Angelfino on one side, Shapiro 1 seat away. About the juror the U.S. wants to remove. Still waiting for jury. There's a letter seeking the juror to be removed. Let's see. So they've been covering the case like many others. In the incident this morning, the jury came in. Both government and defense referred to multiple communications in the court of evidentiary and other issues. But these are not public docket on PACER. This application letter motion argues that many, if not all, these are judicial documents of which public has right to access. Oh, so they're not even releasing it. And here it is. In response to a letter from the press requesting that email correspondence from the parties he posted in the public docket, the court issued an order requiring all email responses to be docketed by the end of the week. All right. So, anyways, let's get into this. All right. So they all rise. Okay, Jane, it says, the message is between December 2021 between yourself and Cabral after a hotel night. Yes. You had a pretty intense night. Yes. This is Combs' lawyer. He says you were talking dirty to me. I love it. She said, yes, I'm being friendly here. After a long hotel night, you saw him with Gina? Yes. Cabral wrote that he would be in L.A. and he's going to stay to see you if you wanted. Yes. What'd you say? It was my birthday weekend, you know. You don't show me no love. Then you asked him to send you a personal video. Yes. That night you saw the Italian entertainer who we call the entertainer. Yes. And Sean had taken up with Young Miami? Yes. And you says, if you don't get your butt out the island, no party, right? Yes. Sean wrote you a note and said you meant the world to you. You told KK you wanted to make it a cute and romantic. Yes. The Valentine's Day hotel night, having two men. This is crazy, bro. Her idea of Valentine's Day now is to have other men smash her in front of Diddy. She says it was one of these nights. It was crushing to see these things. Oh, he brought the two men. So Diddy was like, yeah, I'll do the Valentine's Day thing, but I want to see two men smash you. Like Gina posting a love bracelet on Instagram, right? That bothered you. She says, yes. Here you were planning to reach out to Sean and perhaps reach out to the Italian. I was still doing that then. He says, can you FaceTime? Yes, that's what he says. 10 days later, you had another hotel night. Maybe. Let me refresh your recollection of seeing Mr. Combs and not having hotel night with him. It certainly did. Let's get back to her voice. No hotel nights until the end of June? Maybe. Here, Mr. Combs says, I'm jerking off. Thinking about how nasty you're going to be to me, right? Yes. That he tells you to call that Italian or Paul is free. Like, Paul is free, right? Yes. He gave you a choice and you chose. Yes. He responds, I told Paul 11 p.m. Is that okay? Let's watch porn. Yes. He says, London hotel? What did you get? Stripper shoes, shorts, maybe some whips. This all lines up with Gene Deal's little stories about Diddy buying, like, butt plugs and all that. Why shorts, he asks. I really was turned off by their shorts, so I got the shorts for them. It was not so much fun to wait for them to be erect. I started things on saying, hey, let's get you guys erect. I got the pills in the stores, Rhino pills. So she was trying to get the party started quickly. The next day, he says, want to do dinner at 9? Bring the freak bag just in case. Right, lingerie and the rest. But you didn't have a freak night. Let me refresh your recollection. Here's an exhibit under seal. He says, I'm about to work out with Paul. Then I want to see you. You say, hair up? She says, there was probably a FaceTime between these two. Yes. Did you want the Italian, right? Yes. I didn't want to. Then Sean says, Paul is all we need. And you say, ha ha ha. What do you say? I said, I'll go to the store unless you get a head start. What did you mean? Go to the hotel ahead of me. But you spent the several days at his home. Maybe. You really did love him, right? Yes. Do you remember Sean in 2022 and not having a hotel night, September 9th? I'm not sure. Geez, they're asking really specific dates. What did you do August 22nd at 9 p.m.? Now, did you saw him, but no hotel night? That's incorrect. September 4th, we took a jet to Vegas. He performed, and we had a hotel night with an entertainer. Do you remember seeing him on September 20th and not having a hotel night? I'm not sure. Let me show you this. Does it refresh your recollection? I guess it did. Did Sean pay for your birthday dinner? Yes. What was the restaurant? I can't remember the name. You had a great time? I had an okay time. You write this is Nobu the only place? How about something outside the hotel? He conveniently put me in a hotel with the Nobu, suggested Poppy Steaks. He conveniently put me in a hotel with the Nobu. I suggested Poppy Steaks. That's a nice restaurant in Miami? So I've heard. Valentine's Day the year before, he was in a different country, and you wrote, you get your ass back to the island, right? Yes. Then at Nobu Hotel, you accepted it? I would say I went along with it. You said accepted. My stuttering was trying to find the right word for the pressure I felt. You mean agitation? Yes. You said he gave you a birthday gift, a necklace? Yes. Did you take this photo? Yes. Under seal. It was Van Cleef necklace? Yes. What is Van Cleef? It's a jewelry brand that's high-end. In that photo, I'd already taken drugs. Any time of affection made me smile. Unfortunately, yes. You took a mirror selfie? Yes. Sean gave the entertainer a condom that night? Yes. Are these your texts with Gabriel? I was high. It was 2:40 in the morning. UCT time, right? Yes. So it was East Coast time? Yes. You invite Gabriel for the next day, but ecstasy would have worn off by then, right? In these nights, I repeatedly took ecstasy. You say you will book his travel for the next day, right? Yes. What did you write her? I wrote, I appreciate everything you did for my birthday. I want to give you everything you want on Valentine's Day. What did you mean? The necklace, and your lovemaking, only with regard to him. Then you sent him photos of your guys in the hotel room. Yes. You didn't tell him to, You didn't like it. You didn't tell him you didn't like it until Carisha, right? Yes, it was very hurtful. I saw him in Turks with Carisha. You reached out to Gabriel under the pressure of my lover. You asked him. He gave the man a condom at the very last minute. Thank God. You wrote to him, I loved and appreciated every detail you put into my B-Day. I wrote that with regard to Sean. You wrote that to Sean. You stopped talking to him. I was heartbroken. I flew to Paris Fashion Week. You enjoyed it? Yes. This is a text message chain between you and Sean, March of 2023, and on the second wrote, sorry I called you a bitch. I deserve this love, right? Yes. Then he then writes, when can you come to Turks? Yes. You sent him a heart emoji and wrote, what we have is special, right? Yes. The budget for your trip was 100,000 or it was 10,000? $100,000. Yes. He spent 55,000. I don't know. You felt he didn't like you in leaving to Paris. No, he didn't. You said he didn't like you and ended up leaving to Paris. No, he didn't. You went to the Mondrian Hotel and watched porno with Sean? Yes. Sean asked you to bring Dawn. Given the situation, yes. You said you'd known. Let's see, what is this? You said, you said if you knew Paul would be there, you wouldn't have gone to Turks. I would not have. Did you write Cobra from there and invite him there? Yes, under encouragement from my partner. Yes, I did. You were happy Sean gave you a diamond. I thought it was sweet. You were glad to get diamonds. I just watched Sean. I just wanted Sean. You wrote, I wanted diamonds. Objection. Do you remember telling Paul you'd give it to Sean? You'd let Sean go too far, and it was your fault. Yes. Then they say, Your Honor, I think this would be a good place to take a break. And they all rise, break. You know, I'm going to tell you something, man. They're not making any point here. They just keep repeating things over and over and over, right? We get the point, okay? Diddy treated her like crap, just like he did Cassie. Move on. You're not making any different point here. You're kind of like helping the government at this point. The judge says, are we ready to accept the absence of a Miss Comey? Yes, Your Honor. We've reached you. AUSA Comey enter. AUSA Marine Comey enters. Okay, let's bring Jane back in. So this is government. Jane enter. Jury enters. Judge. They say you may proceed. Combs' lawyer says, you wrote, all I have on my mind now is your passionate lovemaking, right? She says, yes. I saw him 2 weeks later. Did not have a hotel night. Maybe. Let's play this voice note. I believe there's no objection. The government says, I don't have it on my list, but if Miss Grey Ghost represents, I have no objection. Give me a minute. I'll move on. Diddy, you ask about hotels or Airbnbs. Yes. And Sean asked, how do you know there aren't cameras in Airbnbs? Right? Yes, I wrote, they would be covered by security. We'll do our anniversary. We want to cover them to feel comfortable. What did you write to Sean? You make my child so happy. I love you. My gosh. This is sick. If I was 50 Cent, I'd be like, yo, I need full custody. Take as much time as you need. I do remember. Are you ready? Yes. In this, where are you? Hotel night. 3136 is sealed. Combs is 3152. That a message after the hotel night saying, I love living in the moment with you. Our little partay, rosé, whatever you were saying. Your Honor, may we approach? Yes. Then they break. Now they're back. Mr. Combs, movie night, I agree. All-Star night, canceled by the hurricane, right? So All-Star night is when she smashes his top 3 or 2 or 3 guys. Then you heard Mr. Combs on a podcast in Croatia where he says he had sex on a yacht trip, and you said he lied to you. It hurt my feelings. You propose zero bond on Cassie Caprina. These are 2 private clubs in New York. Yes. But you ended up going to a lounge, right? Yes. And after you rejected the new entertainer for lack of chemistry, you called Gabriel. Yes. And you said that you were high that night and felt like a freezer. And you let Gabriel do things to you usually didn't. Yes. And you then wrote, Mr. Combs, I love you so much. I did. You spoke to Sobriety Party. You resented him for it, right? Yes. You said he wanted to break up with you had wanted to break up with him after you saw him with Gina. There were so many times I wanted to break up with him. You were at the Equinox parking lot and you tried to break up with him, right? Yes. Let me play an audio recording. Sean Combs' voice. We're both tripping. We need to pick each other up. No entertainers that night? Right. But it was after that a video of Cassie's lawsuit was made public. Yes. Before that, Mr. Combs write Cassie love letters while with you? I'm not sure. And then it's over. That's it. Wait. It says adjourned. But then it says, Judge, I understand Ms. Grigos will finish tomorrow morning. Who will be the next government witness? Andre Lamaz. Jonathan Perez is our first summary witness. Then will you rest? Next Friday or even Wednesday. See, I told you it's going to go next week. Then, hold on. I'm trying to see if they're going to talk about any other witnesses. See, this case is weird, bro. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, he's definitely going to be found guilty of some of these charges, but like, I don't think it's going to be as... They rushed this to trial. There's so much more they could have got from Diddy. There's so much more. Why isn't D-Rock ever called? He's basically an accomplice. Doesn't make sense. This is a targeted attack. I think that, yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think the fix is in. That's just me. We'll see. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you all. Peace.